Neanderthal versus Silverback Gorilla, the ultimate showdown. Two powerful beings from vastly different worlds, one a human ancestor built for survival, the other, the modern jungle's ultimate powerhouse. The Neanderthal, a master of tools and strategy, forged in the crucible of the Ice Age, and the Silverback Gorilla, a titan of muscle and raw power, ruling the African forests with an iron fist. Today we're diving into an epic what-if battle: Neanderthal versus Silverback Gorilla. Who would win in a primal showdown of brains versus brawn? A clash of titans from different epochs. Let's find out. Before we stage this prehistoric prize fight, let's study our contenders. The Neanderthal, our distant cousin, was built for the unforgiving landscapes of the last Ice Age. Shorter than modern humans, yes, but far more robust. Their bones tell a story of incredible strength, honed by a life of hunting giant beasts and weathering the harshest conditions imaginable. But then we have the Silverback, the undisputed king of his domain, a mountain of muscle, weighing as much as 3 Neanderthals combined. His strength is the stuff of legend, capable of snapping bones and tearing flesh with his bare hands. One look at those enormous canines and you know this is an animal that could tear a challenger limb from limb. The Silverback moves with surprising agility for his size, his massive arms propelling him through the undergrowth. He is a creature of raw, primal power, and his presence alone is enough to send shivers down the spine. And yet, the Neanderthal possesses something the gorilla does not, a mind capable of strategy, planning, and tool use. Their brains, as large or larger than our own, were wired for problem-solving and abstract thought. They crafted deadly weapons from stone and wood, and their mastery of fire gave them a tool no gorilla could ever hope to wield. So, who has the edge in this battle of the ages? The answer, as with so much in nature, is not so simple. It depends on the circumstances, the terrain, and the weapons at their disposal. A male Neanderthal stood about 5 feet 5 inches tall and weighed 150 to 180 pounds, robust and powerful, but dwarfed by the sheer size of a silverback gorilla. These giants of the primate world can reach over 6 feet tall when standing upright and tip the scales at a staggering 400 pounds of pure muscle. Imagine the force behind a silverback's charge, the earth trembling beneath its feet. Their arms, rippling with muscle, are capable of lifting over 10 times their body weight. We've all seen footage of them ripping small trees out of the ground as if they were mere twigs. In a test of raw strength, the Neanderthal simply cannot compete. One well-placed blow from a silverback and the fight could be over before it even began. The Neanderthal's bones, though strong, would be no match for the gorilla's crushing grip. But, as we know, brute force isn't always the deciding factor in a fight. There's a reason why lions hunt in packs, and why a pack of wolves can bring down a bison many times their size. Strategy, cooperation, and the cunning use of weaponry can often tip the scales in favor of the smaller combatant. And this is where the Neanderthal holds a distinct advantage. Their brains, as we've discussed, were remarkably advanced. They lived in complex social groups, communicated through language, and crafted a wide array of tools and weapons. Imagine the Neanderthal surveying the battlefield, planning his attack. He knows he cannot overpower the silverback, so he must rely on his wits, his agility, and his most deadly asset, his weapons. We know from archaeological evidence that Neanderthals were skilled hunters, capable of bringing down large prey like mammoths and woolly rhinoceroses. They used spears tipped with sharpened stone points, clubs, and perhaps even projectile weapons like throwing spears. The gorilla, for all its strength, relies primarily on instinct and raw power. While intelligent in their own right, they lack the capacity for abstract thought and strategic planning that defines the Neanderthal mind. In a battle of wits, the Neanderthal has the clear advantage. The question is, can he use that advantage to overcome the silverback's overwhelming physical superiority? Chapter 4: Clash of the Titans. So let's set the stage for our final showdown. Imagine, if you will, a clearing in a primeval forest. The air is thick with tension. On one side stands the silverback, a hulking silhouette against the dappled sunlight, beating his chest in a fearsome display of dominance. On the other side, the Neanderthal, smaller, but no less determined. He clutches a spear in his hand, its point honed to a razor's edge. He knows he must be quick, must use his agility and intelligence to avoid the silverback's ferocious charge. Silverback charges, a blur of muscle and fury. The ground trembles beneath his feet. The Neanderthal sidesteps, narrowly avoiding the gorilla's grasping hands. He thrusts his spear forward, aiming for the silverback's vulnerable belly. The spear finds its mark, drawing a roar of pain from the silverback. But the wound, though deep, is not fatal. The silverback, enraged, turns on the Neanderthal, his eyes blazing with fury. Can the Neanderthal dodge another attack? Can he land a fatal blow before the silverback's raw power overwhelms him? Outro. Who wins? You decide! The outcome of this epic clash is far from certain. Would the Neanderthal's intelligence and weaponry be enough to overcome the silverback's brute strength? Or would the gorilla's raw power prove too much for even the most cunning hunter to overcome? Who do you think would win? The prehistoric warrior or nature's muscle-bound guardian? Drop your pick in the comments, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell for more epic animal matchups.